This is so exciting to be on here with Get Shit Done. Y'all don't even know. I was here for the birth of this. I was here for the labor pains. And yes, we were in an apartment scam. And I was like, yo, girl, come here and come squat with me. Let's move to New York right now. So here we are in Bushwick, Brooklyn. And I'm just excited to be here because self-care is so important, especially around this time. And I want to share with you all how I kind of got into it. You know, my dream as a little girl when I was 5 years old was to become an interior designer. Well, honey, I did that. Yes, of course, I'm a Capricorn. We gonna climb up that mountain, okay? So, became an interior designer. All my dreams was coming true. I mean, beautiful firm. We were doing hot projects. And then what happened? A year and a half into after graduating, the economy crashed. How many of y'all remember that? That economy crash was so real. Slowly by surely, I started losing one thing after the next thing after the next thing. I wasn't able to afford my rent. You know, unemployment ran out. I had to go to church and ask, like, I had to really suck it up and be like, yo, it's time to ask for help, baby girl. You can't, that pride, push it to the side. I had to go to church and see if they could help me with rent. I went to food pantries. I know what government cheese looks like. Okay. I did everything possible because, of course, I'm a solution person. I'm like, no, I'm not going down like this. I came too far. I've worked too hard. And not only that, all my life I've lived with poverty. So this was a trigger for me because now I'm an adult dealing with this issue without my whole entire family. So I had to learn to cope with that and lower my anxiety because, honey, there was no go home, go hard or go home because there was no home to go to. It was go hard and figure this out and let's win. Fight depression sometimes when it comes to hardship situations. And I was like, I have to conquer this because I felt that dark cloud coming in and setting in. So that's when I really started taking my self care to the next level. And I started getting into healing crystals. So I noticed that the healing crystals were helping me, the energy, the vibration. And then not only that, people weren't looking for interior designers. I still needed to make some money. You know, people were losing their homes, $500 extra that they needed for their mortgage, you know, or even rent. And people weren't having that. So, or finding that. So I started wire wrapping jewelry, y'all. I started getting into jewelry. It made me feel good. I wanted other people to feel good. And that's when I started getting into the look and feel fabulous. And I was just like, yes, this is great. This is how I can give to other people. And then what I have after that, you know, other hardship things started happening and I just kept turning it around. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to create my positive bubble. And in this positive bubble, these are some of the tips and rituals and some of the things that I have to put in place to keep my sanity. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be business minded. But if I don't have my emotions checked, I'm done. You know, and it's very important that we have our emotions checked and we do some certain techniques and things to do. So I want to share with y'all how you can have your God's time and create your little positive bubble as well. Now, moms, I know it's kind of hard for the moms because it's just like you guys are heroes. I mean, for real, the heroes. Okay. And I found a book that's really great. It's called Self-Care for Moms. And there's like 150 plus real ways to care for yourself while you're caring for everyone else. All right. Because you guys are doing it all. And if you don't put that mask on yourself first, you know, you're the mama board. So with this self-care moms, you'll learn easy ways to incorporate self-care into your own ritual in practical, yet meaningful ways to really give yourself that wound saw you need. Okay. Okay. All right. So first tip that I have for Goddess time. Now, Goddess time, you want to create a sacred little space. All right. That could be somewhere in the corner, put some pillows, candles, what have you. It could be, you know, wake up in the morning and you're in your bed. But what are you going to put in differently to add that like space to make you feel good? right? So one of the things that you can use that helps with your emotional self-care, honey, child, let me tell you, sage. How many of y'all know about sage? There's sage, there's Palo Santo. You see my wood and my Palo Santo running out. You know what I'm saying? I be burning it up. Okay. So sage is a beautiful herb. These compounds that are in these herbs, when you light it up, this shifts the energy tremendously. All right. It's a powerful cleansing herb for negativity, negative thoughts, great for stress, anxiety, to ease those emotions, any blockage that you guys may have, writer's block, creativity block, anything, light it up. So you're going to turn it upside down, right? And then you're going to grab your lighter and you're going to let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Now you see that smudge, that smoke? Hold on. It's coming. It's just, you see that? This is called smudge. So this is the smudging, and you can get your fan. This is your smudge feather wand, NDA. But if you don't have one, it's okay. You could just twirl it around the room. Now, you're going to pray. You could say any type of pray, clear and cleanse the energy that is around me, take away the stress, you know, the anger, the anxiety, whatever you're going through, you know, and have this, start at the bottom, bring it all the way to the top. If your crown, instantly shifts the energy. Now, you can use your smudge feather wand and you can fan the house too. In the corners of your home, make sure you open a window or a door, because all that energy, that negativity has to see its way to the door. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you do that. This shifts the energy amazingly and instantly. I am a fan of sage. Okay. All right. So now the next thing I have is spiritual self-care. Now your spiritual self-care is meditating. Meditating can be easy and difficult at the same time. I definitely wasn't a fan at first because, honey, first I couldn't sit still. You asking me to sit still. Now you're asking me to breathe. And now you're asking me to stop my thoughts. And I don't know if you know, I have hella running apps going on in my head sometimes, you know? So it took me some time. It definitely is a practice, but I noticed when I just sit still and just focus on just breathing and allow my thoughts to kind of just do whatever. And then when I catch my thoughts kind of doing whatever, to breathe out, in and out loud again, do deep breathing. So just I found that it centered me. It brought me back to center again. So I just kind of kept doing that over and over and over and over until I became kind of good at it. Don't worry, it will happen. My little crown, I got to adjust it. Adjust your crown, ladies. Okay. All right, so you could find easy meditations on YouTube. Just go on YouTube, find a 5-10 minute meditation, okay? Don't feel bad about just sitting there and your thoughts are still running. Learn to just sit there, at least giving yourself that time and space to listen to the guided meditation, okay? Every day you'll notice a difference, seriously. And this is really good to do with your family. Moms, I know you're like, I don't have time to sit down and be quiet when I got children running around doing things. Guess what? Make it a family activity. Forbes, I'm going to be sending you guys a Forbes article. Forbes has a study that shows that children that meditate benefit in their behavior and actually their brain too. So studying, test scores, reducing their anxiety. So if you practice meditation and bring it into the family, you're going to benefit with those children too. All right. Now, next tip that I have for y'all. Let me know if I'm going too fast too, okay? The next tip is a mental care tip, okay? Journal writing. How many of y'all journal write? Yes, get you a pretty little journal, little glitter, whatever makes
Carol said yes, yes, yes.
Yes, because honey, we need our mental game. We got to write some shit out sometimes. And there's a moment in different seasons that I could not write because my tears are like fucking up my pages and I'm like writing and it's like messing up my ink. Or I was moving too fast that my hand couldn't keep up with my thoughts, that I would do video diaries. I literally grab my phone and push play and just start talking. And then using that audio and visual, it actually helped me later going back and looking at where I came from, you know? So journal writing is a great thing to write your fears, your thoughts, you know, or just a general description. Where do you start? Just a general description of your day. How are you feeling? What are the emotions you're feeling? You know, what's your mood? Mixed feelings. Why are you feeling mixed emotions? You know, allow yourself to flow. A way to set up for journal writing, let's just say, you know, again, you are creating that sacred space. Light a candle, have some tea, play your favorite music. You know, everything doesn't have to be so kumbaya, my lord. Maybe you want some Sade. Maybe you want some like Fuji's, whatever makes you kind of feel good. Again, this is about feeling good. All right. So journal writing is the thing to do, y'all.
I have a question, Nicole.
Yes.
So you and I have talked about this when it comes to journal writing. I'm the type of person, like, I struggle with it because it feels like extra work, but I think it might be because I'm not giving myself permission. If someone's stuck, because there are ladies in here that are like, oh my God, like, I love journal writing. But for some ladies that are like, I don't do it, what the hell do I write?
Right. Right. And right there, that's just, even just writing. I don't usually do this and I have no idea what the hell to write. When I journal write, I struggle because X, Y, and Z. Just even starting right there. You know, again, it's more writing that emotion that you feel in that moment and then going through and talking about why you're struggling with journal writing. What are some of the things that you would like to do in your journal writing? I want to learn how to let go of my emotions. I want to, you know, just start writing out that list.
Ooh, I
I think,
love this because you know what's so interesting about what you're saying? A couple of the ladies were saying, and this just goes so well with what you're saying right now. Kathleen says, in the AM three, she writes 3 things I love about myself, 3 things I'm grateful for. Rhonda said she also writes 3 things she's grateful for.
come on, come through, goddesses, drip, drip. That's what I'm talking about. And share the wealth with everyone because, honey, it's okay that you struggle. Don't feel guilty about that, okay? Allow yourself to write that. Again, those are writing these emotions. You have to, like Alex said, you have to give yourself that permission to write freely. Please don't judge yourself. Why the hell are you judging yourself? I mean, all you have is you in the Most High, and he knows everything about you or whatever your spiritual beliefs are. I'm not putting anything on anybody, okay? Okay. So moving forward. All right. So now I have an emotional, a mental, and a physical self-care tip for you guys. They're called spiritual baths. Or maybe you want to take a bubble bath. Oh my God, I love big mouth. Okay, sorry. So, and taking a spiritual bath. Now, spiritual baths are very simple, but it's the love, it's the care, it's the energy and the intention that you're putting in your bath. Okay. So, these baths, spiritual baths, pull off or uproot negative energy. It lifts your spirits. And again, it's all about that attention, evil eye, manifestation. It helps with relaxing and letting go of the things that don't serve you as well. Now, and creating a spiritual bath, you could use all types of different herbs, salts. I want to show you guys how to keep it very simple though, okay? Now you see this? This is Epsom salt. This is something that you can get at Family Dollar, CVS, Walgreens, what have you, all right? This is this Epsom salt, all right? So the vibration that comes with the salts is just amazing. First of all, we know that it relaxes our muscles. So there's that physical part, right? Relaxes our muscles. And also it helps with purifying and cleansing negative energy, releases. Oh, wait, I want to show you guys the pink Himalayan salt too. Now this pink Himalayan salt, this is something you may have in your kitchen. Okay. Now, pink is a great color for love. This is self-love, self-care, right? So you want to make sure that you have some pink in the area too, or even green. Green is heart chakra. That's more your heart too. So using a green candle, a pink candle, Himalayan salt, what have you. So Himalayan salt is a great way for grounding your energy too. All right. Now, the lavender. Lavender in your bath also helps with the achy muscles, relaxation, the stress relief. All of that helps too. So, what else can you add in your bath? So we have your Epsom salts, right? We have essential oils. How many of y'all are familiar with essential oils? Come on with it. Lavender essential oil. Just 2-3 drops. Make sure you add a base. A base can be your grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, avocado oil, what have you. Because essential oils can be strong depending on your skin sensitivity. Okay, so you want to dilute it a little bit. But essential lavender, so we talked about it. Also, essential oils helps with, any body pain, anxiety. I am a fan of the sweet orange essential oils. This, I struggle with anxiety and stressing out, right? So I know that when I open this little bottle and I inhale it, and I have this sweet orange, honey. This sweet orange is so uplifting. It just makes me smile every time when I just inhale it. You can have a diffuser, put a little drops in there, put your little candle, light it up, have it diffuse and take over the whole home. Have everybody calm the fuck down, right?
Yes. And Nikki, so where would you get essential oils from?
Oh, so now, essential oils are actually pretty well available. You could get them on Amazon. You can get them. I'm with Young Living. You can get them with me. You can get them, on Amazon. I guess Amazon is a great place that everybody can get everything from, right? So, Young Living is a great brand to have. And then there's some Now is an also affordable great brand too, with their pure 100% essentials in it, and it's plant-based. So and what else do I have? Oh, peppermint. Peppermint is a good boost of energy too. If you guys find yourself kind of running down because you're working, and because a lot of us are working from home now, peppermint is great to have too, to help you with that boost with work. Okay. All right. So we're still talking about your bubble bath, aka spiritual bath, right?
Nikki, there's something you mentioned. So you were talking about the candles, like here's your hot chakra. So in the notes or in the comments, I put down a quick guide for people that might not be familiar with the chakras, because I didn't know until you put me on game. So I'm going to have them look over that. But what I would love to do, remember that cool chakra test we took?
Oh, yeah. We could send that to them.
Yeah. So like if you're unfamiliar, the great thing about your chakras and understanding them is where you need to get rooted right now, because each one means different things. So right now I had to get better with my base or my root chakra, which means like security, home. A lot of people are probably going to feel that right now, like finances.
Yes.
And then also my sacral, which means like intimacy and things like that.
Creativity.
Creativity. So the nice thing is when you take this quiz where you need the most support with your chakras, it also tells you where you are doing well and maybe overly. Like I'm extra in the solar plexus department, meaning it's a lot of confidence. I'm a little too confident sometimes, so gotta bring it back. But the cool thing is when you take this, when you're doing your meditations, you can also type in meditations with those keywords. So if it's root chakra and you're like, financial stability, that's where I need the most help right now, or security in general, you can write in YouTube, guided meditation, root chakra, or whatever. So then it just helps you to kind of guide through that. So that brought it up for me, Nikki, when you're showing all the cool candles and things like that.
No, good. I'm so glad you said that because everybody's root chakra is probably going to be on fleek. And definitely a 10-minute one will help grounding your feet outside. Those of you that can like go outside or going outside for walks, jump up and down. That helps with your root chakra and grounding yourself. So grounding yourself is going to be very important. And again, what other things do you want to add into your bath, right? We have crystals, if you guys have some crystals, you could add crystals to your bath. You could add plants. Come on, plants. I want y'all to get creative with what you're going to put by your bath. You just put this on the edge. Some plants. If you don't have essential oils, old school incense, ain't nothing wrong with it. Again, this is still aromatherapy. What's going to make you happy? Figurines. Some people got figurines, little guys that make them happy, and then what are you doing in your bath? Well, you can have you a little drink. We're going to make sure Alex gets this afterwards so she can have her mimosa. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
me. I take wine in my bath.
You can take wine in your bath. And I'm going to be transparent, y'all. I'm not more of a drinker, okay? When I take my baths or when I take my spiritual showers too, because some of us, we don't have a bathtub, right? So if you have a shower, there's these cool shower frizzies. Again, you can get at Walgreens, CVS, Amazon. Don't worry, New Yorkers. We got you covered, okay? I'm going to let y'all know I like to smoke some weed. I will get me a pipe, any one of my little pipes, and I will smoke weed while I'm in my tub or before I get in the tub to relax. And it's so funny. I remember there was a season I told my mom, I was like, I think I'm going to quit smoking. She looked at me and she said, you sure? Because it helps with my anxiety. It helps with my stress. It helps with creativity. It is a natural herb. And some of you guys that don't agree with smoking weed or don't want to smoke weed, there's edibles. Also, there's CBD that's out there. CBD helps as well. But I'm just going to be transparent because a bitch light it up. Okay. Now, let me share some more things, okay? You guys can have some tea in your bathtub. Now, when you're in your bathtub, you can meditate in there too. There's ASMR, which I did not know what the hell that was until Alex came to me and she
I'm
said,
obsessed every night.
so upset. She's like, you should totally do this. So by the way, you guys will be getting my first ASMR. It's a crystal one, so you guys can enjoy that. So meditate when you're in your tub. Allow yourself to just sit there and listen to your favorite music. Now, before you get in your tub, put your intentions while you're creating your space. Put your intentions out there on what you want while you're in your bath. Now, your bath could be 5, 10, 15 minutes, okay? I know late at night, some moms have to only have the wee hours of the night, you know what I mean, to really take care of themselves or do whatever they got to do. A bath is a great way to do that because, again, that is helping with your mental, your physical, and your emotional needs, okay? Now, if you're taking a spiritual shower, have 3 buckets and you can add these things in the buckets and take your shower, meditate, and pour the bucket over you, okay? I'm telling you, there's a way to work around this, okay? All right. What other things do I have for you guys? I believe those are my tips. Those are all my tips for you guys. I think we're going. Go ahead, Miss Alex. Do your thing.
Yes. No, I'm living for this and I'm living for the comments. And that's what's hilarious. There's like, I love how everyone's just sharing all the ways that they're getting in their bath, what they're putting in their bath.
Yes. I love to see,
healers. So yeah, I would love to open it up for question and answers before we get into the live readings. Because if you have any specific questions you would like to ask Nikki around what are some tips for how you can be taking care of yourself right now, in terms of how you should set up your bath, what should you write in your journal, so on and so forth. I want to open that up. So feel free to, unlike the other sessions, I'm just going to let you guys jump in here. We're just going to be a little less formal. unmute yourself, put your camera on, let's have a conversation before we do these.
Yes, come join the party.
Yes.
Nicole, you need to be a stand-up comedian. I'm like dying laughing here the whole time. My sister's like moving around here cleaning, and I'm like, I'm taking this off mute. You've got to hear her. Like, you can sense her energy. It was so great. I have a question. In terms of crystals, what do you do with crystals? Like, I've been given a few as gifts, and I don't know, do I hold them when I meditate? Like, I don't have a bath, unfortunately. What can we do with them?
Okay, awesome. Now, there's a couple things that you could do. Yes, you can hold them when you meditate. Amethyst is a great crystal to have for meditation. Just hold it in your palm. Sit there, meditate. Great way. Sleeping with them. Put them underneath your pillows. If you get in my bed, honey, you're going to have crystals all over the place.
It is very awkward sometime with visitors.
I be having my boobs looking like, what the hell? Yeah, keep it moving, honey. Okay. Another thing, also what you can do in your shower, bring them in the shower. Bring them in the shower, put them on the ledge or put them on something or put it on the floor. You know, allow yourself to still be able to enjoy the energy that they have for you. Leaving them around your house too, that helps too, because it's like almost like a crystal grid. I planted crystals all around our house. Like, you'll see like crystals planted there, okay? Holding it, carrying it, wearing them, what have you. But seeing how you have loose crystals, you definitely can carry them, hold them, sleep with them, put them in your shower. And just having it around the house and looking at it and admiring it and thanking it. Another thing is you want to cleanse your crystals, ladies, okay? And cleansing your crystals, there's a couple of different ways that you could do. You can, you can use sage and sage them because you want to clear and cleanse the energy because they're like computers. They're like, they need to be powered off and powered back on because they're taking that energy from you, and now they're holding on to it. And now they're looking at you like, Mama, can I get some help? Okay. And another thing, new moon, full moon, putting them out on the windowsill, putting them out in the full moon, new moon to harvest that energy. Also, full moon will be April 7th. That's pink moon, y'all. What else? Oh, you could put them in the dirt. So if you have a plant, dig a little hole in your little plant and put them in the soil, cover it up. That's another way that you can clear and cleanse, okay?
Ooh.
Okay.
I love what Natalie said. She said, I love tying a bundle of eucalyptus. I love eucalyptus to my shower head, and I sit on my shower chair and enjoy the steam. That is genius.
That is a good one, girl. Yes. Thanks for the nugget. Okay.
Nicole, this is Shane. Tell us a little bit
Shane.
about, hi, thank you. Very exciting to hear you. Tell me a little bit about which crystal you should pick. I just actually picked up this. It was on my desk. Somebody had given it to me and I just opened it. And it's called Hematite.
Hematite.
Yes.
Hematite.
Stone for the mind, it says. Mental attunement, memory, original thinking, and technical knowledge. Thank God I was on this, that I picked it up.
Shane already has all those things. It's just going to be amplified.
Oh, this makes me so happy. Yes, rub it, hold it, put your intention in it. Now that it's yours,
sorry, everybody, so you can see it.
Blow your intentions in it. It's magnetic too, by the way. That's the hematite.
Okay.
No, that's beautiful. Yes, exactly.
So how do you choose which one? Because, you know, I've been told lavender is good for me because I get tensed up and it relaxes me.
All right. So when you are choosing your crystals, the crystals actually choose you.
Okay.
Ding. So if you go to like a crystal shop or something, or somebody gifts you with a crystal too, like how you were gifted, that's one way. But when you're looking at crystals, the first crystal that catches your eye, that's your winner. That's your message. And if you look at it and you're like, clear quartz, what's clear quartz? Honey, grab your phone and ask my best friend Google. What is the healing benefits of clear quartz? Boom. And it will let you know. And then you'll receive your message too, because you're going to look like, oh my gosh, I did need to block out the energy and amplify all the energy that's around me and all the things that that crystal has for you. Boom. And like Miss Alex said, I guess, you know, hematite, you already have that, honey. So that is going to amplify and add to your grounding, because hematite is a grounding crystal too. So that's your root chakra right there. Okay. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Good. Let them call you, baby. And you just receive the blessings.
And I love having a couple of different ones. So Nikki obviously she's a jewelry designer. And so I'm lucky enough because I live in the same house as her. But I always have a different ring I wear every day that she does for me. And it depends on the stone. So this one's sodalite, which is for Nikki, it's like for throat chakras, speaking your truth. So for me, I chose to wear this today because I know I have a tough time speaking about like emotions and self-care out loud. Like I'm great at talking about the business stuff and like all day, but like being vulnerable in that way is really hard for me. So I will choose every day, if there's something that I feel like I'm struggling with, I'll take that crystal, even if it's not in the form of jewelry, if it's just a stone. I'm like, ooh, I need to be able to speak my truth today. Okay, let me do that. Or if I feel like I need self-love today, then I'll get my rose quartz or whatever it is. So then I just carry it around with me. So that's another thing you guys can do as well. That's rose quartz, which she's pulling up right now. Yeah.
By the way, she's always wearing the jewelry.
Always.
She don't get the loose stones. This girl's like, yo, I need something for this. I'll Spider Woman it up and be like,
everything.
Here you go.
If I go to a gala, if I'm like being interviewed on something, literally. Otherwise, I feel weird. But yeah, it just depends. Like however you feel like you need it. Like I have some in my purse that I even forget are there sometimes. But it makes me feel amplified. Which
putting it in your bra, ladies, yes. Put that in your bra. Yup, you laughing. I'm serious, Carol. Put it in your bra. You're good. Honey, you're going to see that the energy that these crystals have and how it's just like all over you. And people are going to be looking like, wow. Oh, and be careful. Don't let anybody touch your crystals now. You do not want everybody's energy on there. And your intuition will let you know nay or yay. No, bitch. You can see from afar. Okay, thanks. Any other questions?
I was just going to say my teammate put her crystal in her bra on our launch day because it's like her lucky crystal that her sister gave her. And we were like having a good day. And it was like, oh my God, it's the crystal. And then she lost the crystal. It fell out of her bra. And like we were at the office till like 4 a.m. And then she was freaking out. She's like, we're going to have a bad launch day. And I'm like, don't bring that energy in here. Laughing if you put it in your bra if it falls out.
Well, if you lose it and it's gone, you don't need it anymore. It did its work.
Yep.
It's time for a new crystal.
Yep.
Now, may I ask, did you have a good launch day?
Hell no. We ended up having to push the launch back 10 days because everything went to shit. But it wasn't the crystal. We launched what we were meant to launch. Let's just say that.
Yes, divine order, okay?
Yes. What other questions? Any others? All right.
This is a lot of fun, ladies. Yeah.
This is fun. Yeah. Well, I do want to get us kicked off with the live crystal readings, which I'm really excited about. And I love seeing Nikki in action doing these. It's going to be a little different than what she usually does because she usually does longer readings and expansive where she goes into details. But how she's going to do it is you're going to ask her a question, and we should have some time outside of the people who are on our list. So we'll let you know. But you're going to ask her her question. For the people who are on our list, have you ask her your question. And then she is going to basically shuffle the cards, and then whatever comes out, she's going to interpret it for you. Then afterwards, we're going to send you extra resources so you understand what those cards mean and how you can learn more about it. And then if any of you are interested in doing an actually expanded reading with Nikki, we'll send information on that too, because she is truly really gifted on this front. And I also want to preface here too that something like this it's not religious. It's none of that. It's not to replace doctor's orders or things like that. This is just like, think of it as a
Disclaimer, girl. Yes, put that out there.
It's a language. It's like a tool. It's just a tool.
Yes.
So I just want to put that out there. So without further ado, let me bring up my list here of lucky ladies. Actually, we're going to kick it off with Miss Melissa Herman. Step on up, girl, and ask your question.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey.
Awesome. So, Melissa, feel free to ask Nikki your question, and then she's going to shuffle the cards and then give you your interpretation of what that means.
Y'all,
This is
awesome. Like speed dating, okay? Like
Speed dating.
This is so awesome. Thank you in advance for doing this. This is the best space for all of us to be in right now. So I'll just say that too. So many people are talking about how this is really a moment to slow down and reflect. And for a lot of people, especially like me, who are crazy people and doing things constantly, my question is, how do I slow down without losing that sense of purpose? And how do I show up for myself and my community right now?
That's a great question.
Okay, honey, child.
That flew out of the deck.
Facts.
That's like they wanted you to know.
Flexibility. Right? So remain flexible, remain being able to go with the changes that are happening right now. Expanded awareness. Expanding your awareness of what you're doing and what you're giving. So mind you guys, this is going to be speed because there's people that I have to go through, but you're going to get the crystal meaning in your email, everybody that I do a reading for. And from that expanded extension, I want you guys to journal write and go from there because it's really going to break it down for you. Okay. And then you got animals. Do you have animals?
I don't. I want an animal.
Okay, so this is actually for you, for your self-care, self-being, being like any signs, like if you see an animal or if you want an animal, like animals are actually really great, like a dog's best friend type of deal. But this is for you, for your internal, like your happiness. That this popped up, but to give to everybody else, the flexibility and expanded awareness is where it's really going to kick off for you. But I never did the speeding, so because I just want to go deeper. So
Nikki, you can go a little deeper on it. Go ahead.
Okay. So of course, with everything that we have going on, it's also being aware of what's going on, but not stressing yourself out and being creative with how you're going to roll things out to help people. Does that make sense? Okay. Good. Okay. So we're going to, Miss Alex, I think you got them, right?
I got those.
Okay. So we're going to give those and then I'm going to email you the rest. Okay.
And then you guys will also have this recording too. So you can always go back. Awesome. Those flew out.
Yeah, that was definitely for you, Miss Melissa. That was like, okay, baby, I got you.
And a nice positive thing that I saw is like a lot of animal shelters are actually almost out of animals right now, which is really cool. So brightness in a gloomy environment. Let's bring up Miss Kathleen. Let us know your question.
Hi again. My question was more geared towards for people that are used to getting out for self-care. Like I'm used to taking like very long walks and like going to like high intensity interval training, like all those kinds of things. I literally and physically am trapped like inside. And so I'm just wondering, like, how do you, considering we're going to be inside, at least in Chicago, as a cancer survivor, I'm going to be inside for months. How do you kind of get used to a new routine and indoors where it's like work in office?
So are you wanting to know more like what should be your routine? Like what are some of the things that you can put in place?
Yeah, exactly. Like what kind of things can you do to like keep your mind right when you're used to being out physically in the world and like using your body indoors? I mean, I guess that's kind of a broad, but
I so relate with you, Kathleen.
Yeah, it's really, I literally feel trapped. I think it's just a mindset shift of like, I can work out indoors. I can get fresh air with my head out the window.
Yeah, right now the balance. Oh, sorry. Balance and letting go. And the letting go is like letting go of the old ways and really, again, finding different ways. Like you said, okay, do you have a rooftop or anything where you're at?
We have a balcony, but they just started a construction project last week, so we're forbidden to use it. But I
Okay.
have a dog I can walk.
You have a what?
I have a dog I walk my dog a few times, but that's not
Okay.
for pleasure. I should look at them as pleasure walks.
Yes, you should. And this is, again, that's that letting go of looking at things differently. When I was in Harlem, I had to walk Bentley. Now I have a backyard. But when I walked Bentley, I actually found myself being able to power off. I wasn't on my phone. I actually looked around at the environment. I actually was able to sit and inhale the fresh air, sort of fresh air in New York. But it was a great sense of an outlet for me to kind of like be in the environment and let go of some of the things that are everyday things that we have going on. It almost was acted as a meditation. In this time, in this balancing, you're going to be able to actually love the small little things even more. And congratulations on being a cancer survivor. Like even right there, your mindset and how you think about life is short. You already probably like live life to its fullest. Now in the next level of letting go, it's more on what are the things you can do? What are the different routines that you can put in place to give you that balance again? Looking at walking your dog as a great way to be outdoors and to be active, even running with your dog now. You know, take some blocks and run with your dog, play with your dog. Playing with your dog will help let go. And plus it brings happiness, you know, and it will build that bond with your dog, especially at this time too, of using him as an outlet. Another thing that you could do, some of the self-care tips definitely, you know, can help. Oh, and I have another one for you all. It's called dance therapy. I'm gonna need you to turn on your music and blast that shit and shake your ass like you never did before. I mean, shake your fast. Watch yourself. Shake your fast. Let it out. Be at a dance club, dress up, whatever you want to do, and just dance crazy. You have to keep this energy flowing and going. Open up your windows, blast that music, have fun, scream party! Hey, 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 just let that energy flow. That's going to help you. Dance therapy is everything. It is everything. So that's another great thing that you could do. And Alex and I, we actually joined DJ Nice on Instagram, and we went live on our Facebook and was like, yo, we're dancing. But she had her iPad out because she had her family. So her family joined the dance party. So then why not have some of your friends and be like, yo, I'm having a club. It's called, you know, Quarantine in the Corner. Join me at 8:00. You know, we're going to join this Zoom real quick. You know, that's another way of really doing it. And also, Alex, the other day, she had happy hour with her friends. You know, she's been having happy hour online. That's another way that you could do it too. But wanting to be outdoors, leverage the fact that you can open up your windows. Open up all your windows for all I care. You know, open up all your windows, allow that fresh air to come in. Also, get some plants, you guys. Bring some plants so you have more oxygen and nature and all of that, because we need that. Name your plants. These plants, they have feelings.
Yeah.
Okay? This is Shelby. Meet Shelby. She has feelings.
I love it. Oh, this is so good.
Oh,
Awesome.
God, that was a reading. Oh, I went in. See, that's what I'm talking about.
That's
Okay.
what she did. It's
So,
okay.
here you
help
go.
people. You help. I got it though. I put it in the notes for her. But no, I think a lot of people could relate to that. So that was awesome.
Okay, does that help, Miss Kathleen? You'll get your extended too, okay?
Yes, thank you. It helps. And my dog is sitting here very excited that she heard you saying I should play with her more and run.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
This is the time where you guys have animals that you can really get into your next level of training your dogs, your cats, having them do some cool things. I'm telling you, it helps.
Yes. All right. Next person is Jasmine Alvarez. Step on up and ask a question, girl.
Hi. Sorry, my
Hi, Jasmine.
is on the fritz, so you don't want to see my face right now. Anyway, because it's a little bit of a mess. But thank you for this. I love your energy. My question's more like personal, I guess. So at the top of this year, I decided that I would manifest a baby, and clearly there's no dating happening right now. So because I'm single AF. So I'm just wondering, like, am I on track, or do I need to push that to 2021? Like, I don't, like, is it still realistic for this to happen this year? Because I really want it to happen this year.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna kind of adjust the question just a little bit. So you want to know what are some things that you can prepare to still have this goal of having a child in your life?
Yes.
Because it definitely can happen, boo. This is only gonna be, we're gonna be done in a couple months. You'll be able to pop off soon. Don't worry.
And people are popping up out of nowhere. I was telling Nikki last night, and I had someone come up from my past out of the blue, and she was like, well, this is making people really think.
It really is. Y'all might get some quarantine booze, okay?
It's funny that you mentioned the pop-ups, because this guy that I went on a date with just one time, like a few years ago, he's popped up recently. We haven't.
All right. We're going to find out how you are going to prepare, what's needed for you to prepare for your future baby.
Okay.
Oh, God. Ooh, uh-oh. Hold on.
I love the ones that are just popping out.
Oh, come on. Acceptance. Yes. Accept that it is coming to life, because we needed to adjust your question, honey. Hold on. Ooh, rites of passage. Come through. Baby, you're going to be able to pop out a baby. Don't worry. Just accept what's happening and where you're at now, accepting yourself even more, loving yourself more, because what you're going to attract, your husband, your father of the child, what have you, you want to accept yourself fully. This is pink. This is heart chakra. Again, loving yourself, accepting who you are, because the rites of passage, honey, they're coming. It's coming. It's definitely coming, and what you want is coming. And this right here is going to allow you to work through any triggers, anything that you need to heal as far as self-love and self-healing. This is a good time for you to track your patterns. What type of men are you looking to have? What type of men have you had? Why are we attracting some of these things that we don't want to attract, right? How do I now shift my thoughts, shift my energy, heal some of my wounds, so I attract the man that I desire? So accepting who you are and healing and rites of passage, boo. Yes, come through,
Yes, amazing.
Yes,
that's awesome. And we'll be.
What happened?
That definitely resonates for sure.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad it resonates with you. Yeah.
That was awesome. All right. Next person is Miss Sally, and we will be sending this to all of you with the expanded versions of it. Sally, step on up.
Hey, everybody. Hey.
Ooh, okay, bro. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
So my question, so because of everything going on, I am having to move back in with my parents, with my family, and have a very dysfunctional and contentious relationship with them. So I'm just seeking advice for how to, like keep my inner peace not internalize stress and anxiety and all of those things, and just still keep like grinding and keep the momentum that I need for like my personal projects and all that going.
Ooh, dogging, come on. Ooh, girl, gratitude. Looking at this differently and having gratitude that you have a family that you can go home to and that they got your back in the dysfunction shit, right? And it's really going to take you really looking at things differently to have that balance that you need. You definitely having goddess time, setting that time to yourself. And even if communication is key. If you need to communicate to your family, hey, by this time and this time, I'm having goddess time and I need alone time type of deal, because that's going to help keep that sanity within you. And when you are writing in your journal and having your goddess time, start writing things that you're thankful for, and start writing things that you're thankful for with this family, with your family. So then that shifts the whole energy, shifts everything, the outtake. And when you have those kind of blowouts and you're just like, I am going to fucking kill myself being in this house, that's a sign right there that you have some goddess time and that you need to exit for the moment and let them know I need to go right now before I blow up, right? And you have your goddess time and you go back to the gratitude. You go back to, okay, what's going to help me? Have you guys ever watched The Secret, Law of Attraction? Have you ever watched it?
No.
Oh, honey, that's on Netflix, y'all. Documentaries.
Oh, okay.
Watch
I'll watch that tonight.
Law of Attraction, The Secret. That's going to help too, because when you start practicing this, it's actually going to change what's going to happen in the household, because now you're looking at everything differently. So when they're kind of in their funky mood, you're doing something else and you don't even notice it anymore.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Again, how powerful our mind is. And then start doing and to add that balance, do a vision board if you have one, if you don't have one, and start really setting out what you want to see happen when this is over, because this is going to be over. So now you have an ultimate goal of, no, I'm getting my place back. In fact, I am rising up above, and I'm going to get a loft, or I'm going to get a condo, or I'm going to, put that in there too. So gratitude and balance is going to help you stay functional in the crazy house. Okay.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, boo.
Yes.
Yes. Who's next?
Next
Come on
is Miss Channing.
Miss Channing.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, I got double trouble over there.
You got double the fun. Yes.
I know. This is Ginger.
Hey, Ginger.
That's a great name.
Yes.
She's awesome. Yes. So thank you so much for doing this. This is so timely, as I know that's how you guys intended it to be. So thank you. But my question is, I am very much an empath, and I feel what other people are feeling and going through, and I just care a lot about them. But especially in this time, I'm trying to think about how I can better protect myself and feelings, because everything's so crazy and everyone's going through so much, and it's like I'm even feeling what other people are feeling and not even what I'm feeling. So
pros and cons of being an empath, girl.
Yeah. So just wanted to see how I can help protect myself too.
Okay. To an empath. Black tourmaline, honey. Black tourmaline is going to help you. This black stone is going to help you also with protecting yourself, because we're feeling everything. And it's a great stone for empaths. So that's a little note. But let's go ask the crystals. Okay. Ooh, 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 you got 3 crystals that pop out. Oh, pop out. Joy. Oh, Opal, come on, Opal. Add more joy to your life. Courage. Yes. Okay. Now, don't worry. This isn't a baby. A baby's not coming, okay? This is actually, woo, come on, Most High. All right. So what's going to help is you giving and having fun, giving the joy to people and having courage to come up with something that is going to be a dope ass project. So maybe there's something that you can give to help people through this time to add to them. And by you giving more joy and love out there, it's now blocking the hard negativity that's coming towards you, and it's protecting you because now you're bringing joy. You're adding joy to people's lives while some people are going through turmoil or just seeing the freaking news and corona this and corona that and all this other stuff that's going on in the hospitals and everything. And it's like, it could be a lot, but if you add joy to people, it's adding joy to yourself, you know, and it's bringing courage to yourself too, because now you're doing what other people are not doing, right?
Yeah.
Now you're going against the grain, you know, and it might be something, it's going to be something that's going to be birthed that you're going to be like, well, can I really do this? I mean, even if it's something so small. Okay. So we're going to make sure, Miss, you get these. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah. We get
Really
you some black
helpful.
tourmaline, honey. Oh, and also, the spiritual baths, taking a bath too, will help too with that. Okay. Because you want to take out that energy, because all that weight that we carry, it can be a lot and it can fuck up our whole mental game. And then now we're down in the slumps and we're carrying other people's shit. It's not even ours. It's theirs.
Yes.
Sage it up. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nikki-
You were
and
just saying when you said sage, we're like, we're gonna go buy a whole stove. Thank you. That's awesome.
You're so welcome.
Yes. All right. Next person is Latasha. Step on up, girl.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you, ladies. I truly appreciate this.
Yes, red hair. She's grounded.
Yes.
So for me, my question is, I struggle with balance, just balance with life, work, and just everything. So there's at times I know that I need to rest, but I feel guilty for taking time to rest. Like I always feel like I should be doing something. So how can I deal with that feeling and know that I need time to myself?
Ooh-wee. I used to struggle with that too, by the way. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let the crystals let us know too. But from personal experiences, it was me needing to love myself more.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I feeling guilty for taking a fucking break right now? What is that trigger? What is that root from? Where did that come from? What in my childhood did that, like, you know, I had to actually go down deep and figure out why I felt like that. Was there something that happened to me when I was a child that made me feel like I have to keep working and working? Like, do I want that gold star? Am I looking for that pat on the back? Am I looking for that acceptance? You know, because work for me was acceptance. Like, oh, I'm doing good. This is who I am, but work isn't who I am. Right? Right. Okay, so let's ask the crystals. What is needed? Okay, hold on. All right. Oh, come on. Communication. Spiritual awakening.
Communicate them boundaries, honey.
Yes. And this is communicating them boundaries even with yourself. Okay? Those are some nasty thoughts that are kind of coming in, talking about, bitch, you don't need the rest. You got X, Y, and Z. Who do you think you are? What do you mean you're going to take a break? How dare you? And no, you got to communicate with those thoughts or tell them to sit down. Sit down. And then even communicating with your family, with that, you know, you're going to take a break. You know, do you live with yourself?
I do.
Okay, you live by yourself. So it's really like you you know, you probably sitting down and also designating times, break times for yourself. But that communication is definitely going to be key, that aquamarine and spiritual awakening. And a spiritual awakening, again, being in tune with the Most High, having that time to sit down and meditate and pray, or just sit with yourself. That your inner intuitiveness already knows what you need, but you have to sit down and give yourself that. So really, it's communicating also with the Most High and your inner self, and even going into your inner child. What are some of the things that you like to do that was fun? You know, allowing yourself to give yourself that, because if you just keep running yourself like a dog, you're burning both ends of the candle. And then what's going to happen? You're flatline.
Right.
And then now you're going to have even more internal issues going on, a dis-ease that you have to now heal from, that got worse because you didn't give yourself that time to have that spiritual time and to communicate with your inner self, to be like, this is what I need. Our bodies are already shouting to ourselves, saying, I need this all the time. Any illness that comes, that's a warning saying, warning, a bitch is sick right now. I got a cough. Can you deal with this? Like, you know, it's always going to let us know. So here we go. Go internal, communicate with yourself. That journal writing is going to help too. Why do I not take this time? Why do I feel this way? And that's doing the root work into it. But we'll get deeper into it. Okay, girl?
Okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
All right. Next person is Shane.
Come on, Shane.
Hi, thank you. My question is that, you know, starting up a company is stressful anyway, and you put a lot of pressure on yourself, but present circumstances, it's even worse because you feel somewhat confined in the way that you could, you know, shift your problems if you could travel and go meet people and whatever. And I find that my mind just races the whole time. There's no shutdown, even when I sleep. I pray, I do meditate, but it's not grounded. You know, I'm not really in tune. I'm going through the motions.
Are you being present with, that's why you got that hematag, girl, that grounding.
Yeah.
Are you being present with yourself though?
No, I think that's the problem.
Yeah, because a lot of us, we can go through the emotions or do the rituals and just do it as a checklist. And it's like, no, this isn't a checklist.
Yeah.
This is actually being in tune with yourself and slowing down. Come on, 111. Thank you, Lord. Slowing down with yourself and being present and enjoying what you're doing in that moment. Let's go to the crystals. Let's see how you can get grounded. Okay, girl. Let's get you present. That's why you got that hematag too. Come on, gifts.
I do.
Oh, dog. Oh, okay. Joy. You got joy too, honey. And that's that joy of what you're doing in the present moment. Okay? And this is going to help you learn more things about yourself. Okay. And what's going to help you really kind of also be present is that music. You like music? Music is a universal language.
What concert did you just go to, Shane?
Lionel Richie.
Hello.
Yeah, no, my life was always about blaring the music in my car and around the house and whatever and singing, but I guess I've been super focused, too focused.
Have some joy in your life. Can you just jump around on your bed or something? Shit.
Got it.
Yes. Okay. But that's going to be your learning tool right now, is to bring that joy, and that joy is going to come through music for sure.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll give you more things to go deeper. Okay.
Thank you.
Especially because Shane created a company that's all about taking care of other people. So even though you have to be in quarantine right now, maybe that means every day you get in your car and just drive around blaring all the music you want for 20 minutes by yourself.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So true.
Thank you.
Awesome. Next
Thank you.
person is Carol. Step on up, girl.
Hello there.
Hi, Carol.
Nicole, this is really a blessing. This is like so good today. Just what I need. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
So I'm trying to remember the question I asked because I answered it by doing it today already. That I haven't, sorry, this is TMI, but I haven't even showered or brushed my teeth or anything. I just wrote about needing to write, and then I started writing. And then I realized it was time to get on this call. So
I have the question
right now, though. What's coming to you right now, seeing how you answered the question yourself, which
so I think it's still the question. I would say it's my like primal question is I'm very creative. If you know the personality types, I'm a commander. So I am like very visionary and push it out to people. But I've had this feeling over the last few days. There's a book that I've like been working on for a long time, like most of my life, and never finished, never published, finished twice, but never published. And I had this thought yesterday that, oh my God, if I die and this thing doesn't get finished, like it's a great thing that won't be in the world. I didn't feel humble at all. I just felt like I need to finish this thing. But I pour all my creativity into my business. I mean, like 100% is the business and the people who are the business, my team, my customers, like just like getting it out there. And I need to shift. So like, I also take care of, like, I'm a writer. I've like that I get my book
self-care.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is your self-care, writing that book. That book is for you. Yes. Oh, I'm feeling all the emotions from you right now. Bitch, don't make me cry now, okay? I just can't right now. But I feel you on so many levels on this project that you want to execute. So are you wanting to know, like, how do you start it or create that balance and doing it?
So I really felt like I just wanted to say it out loud. I don't ask for help a lot. I don't ask for help for myself a lot, ever, maybe. And like voicing things helps. Like this group this week has been great for me. Just great for me. Thank you, Alex.
Ooh. Come on, inner child. Inner child, boo. You need this book. This book is going to help you relax. This book is going to help you release. This book is about you. So take this time in your self-care and your goddess time. Create those boundaries and say, you know what? This is what I'm giving to my community. This is what I'm giving to my team. This is what I'm giving. Okay, what am I giving to me, to Carol? I am a motherfucking goddess, and I've blessed everybody else, and now it's time for me to bless me. And you go and write this book, and you have a good old time writing this book. Let that inner child out. You're a writer. Let that joy come in and just type away or write away. I can't really write. I type it. Yeah. Type it away and enjoy that time for yourself. And this is the best time to do it. Everything has slowed down. We should not be working the way that we used to work.
I don't think we should work like that ever again, honestly. I think that way of working is part of the problem.
This is a greater, and I look at the positiveness in all of this because I'm like, the world is like, world stop. And soon the bitch is going to say, carry on, but don't carry on the way that you used to carry on. This is that time that people are now looking at each other and caring more about each other and checking in and seeing how everybody's well-being is. This is the time where the earth is like replenishing fresh air. The waters are clear. The fake news of the animals coming out. I really thought it was real, Alex. I really thought it was real. She had told me that the dolphins are all out in places that they've never been and animals are coming out, but it was just something to make everybody feel good because of all the craziness that's happening. But this is really having people really look at how they've been operating in their lives, how you've been operating. And this is that time to really be courageous in your desires and what you really want. Life is short. Life is so short. What do we really want, and what's going to make us happy at the end of the day? So, Carol, yes, take that deep breath. Yes, let your whole gut be. And write that book. I feel the passion and the energy that you have in this.
Thank
so
you.
Please execute it and share it with
Thank
us
you.
when you're done, boo. Okay? Okay.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're so
Woo. It's a master reset. What did I think? I think it was Bill Gates. I was saying this is just like a master reset for humanity right now. And it's so funny because we talked about this with the Get Shit Done Queens, where it was like, you know, people were shook probably a couple weeks ago when it really started hitting the fan, and we were like, wait, what? But then now it's kind of like, YOLO, I'm gonna do the shit that I never that I was putting on hold, and things in my business that I've been wanting to do, and it's creative and whatever. Now it's like, why the fuck not? So I totally agree. I think now is the time. So thank you, Nicole. What I want to do, that was our list of people who had signed up, but you know what? We're gonna continue on because this is fun. It's Saturday. This is self-care. So you ain't got nothing but time. We're going to go. Yes, Julia, you're actually the first one up. So I'm going to have Julia go. And then I know Leandra asked. So if there's anybody on the line that hasn't gone yet that would like to, let me know in the comments. Vanessa, okay, cool. So I'm going to put you in order. And so Julia, you're up now. Come on and ask a question, girl. And let it be, just so you guys know the guidelines. The question is not necessarily what to do in your business. It's about you. Remember, this is about you. So how can whatever it needs for you to take care of yourself. So yes, Julia, come on up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey,
Self-care
Julia.
Saturday in the pajamas. What? Self-care Saturday.
Yes.
You better.
Chilling. So my question is, right now, abundance and stability are two things that are sorely lacking in my life. They are needed. I know that. So my question is, how can I open up the flow to allow that to come at this time?
Citrine abundance. Come on. Citrine is one of my favorite crystals, y'all. It's on my pipe, smoke with intention, you know what I'm saying? So citrine is a joy, happy wealth stone. It brings happiness. So this right here is, again, you need to watch Law of Attraction or read the book. I saw someone said the book is awesome. Yes, the book is awesome. But citrine, this is a great sign for you to know that you can have this and you will have this. You just have to adjust your thoughts and how you're doing things and really bring that joy, that happiness into your life. We're going to ask another crystal. Hold on, okay. Oh, it already popped out. My bad. And your spiritual awakening. So being spiritually connected is going to also help bring that joy and that abundance to you. Without our spiritual connection, we really don't have anything. We're energy beings. So what's going to gravitate the things, our thoughts, our desires? Most High made us so powerful. So in that, how do we draw that abundance that we're looking for? How do we be in quarantine right now is going to put you on some new shit. Like on some for real. It's like, you know what? These are my thought patterns that I notice and what's going to shift them. What is needed to be in place? And now you could put things in place. That Law of Attraction is going to help you. Writing, journal writing. What can I do to gain the abundance that I want by my thoughts? What do I already have? Instead of looking at my cup half empty, my cup is half full. And how can I get that bitch overflowing into my saucer? Okay. So we'll dive deeper with your abundance with the citrine and your spiritual awakening with this cellulite, okay? Most High got you. You just must have seen the face. Must have seen the face. Oh,
Thank you.
you're so welcome.
Yes.
I like this speed crystal reading.
Yes. This is the first time she's done speed crystal reading. She's damn good at it.
Thank you. Thanks, boo.
Let's do, it's Leandra is next. Leandra, come on up.
Leandra.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So I actually, I don't know. Can we talk about love? Is that part of this?
You can talk about
Say whatever you want.
You want to talk about. Just no
Okay.
yes or no answers.
Okay. So
Question.
I just feel like I'm lost with when it comes to love. Like, I've been dating guys, but none of them are like really anybody that I see a future with. I feel myself like still connected and like, I guess kind of tied to my ex. It's been like 2 years now, and I'm just like, when is this gonna go away? He still pops up in my dreams, daily thoughts, and it's just like I'm ready to move forward, and I want to welcome like the right fit for me. Like, and I
Yes.
feel
Okay, so you're looking to release and let go of the old and welcome the new.
yes.
Oh, yes, I heard that, girl. A good crystal to have is rose quartz, too, for that, too.
Of course. Okay.
Oh, God. Releasing and let go of love. What is needed to bring in new love? Oh, okay. Hold on. Another one is coming to me, to you. We're not done with you. Oh, God. Ooh, all right.
Woo.
You have learning yourself more, boo.
Okay.
Learning yourself more on what you really want. Write that down. You know, here's another thing you could do. What are the things that you like about the men that you've dated? Right? And put them all in one little bucket, right? All the things that you liked, what have you, you know, you're learning what are you wanting? What are you desiring? Because right now you need to gain that clarity. Gaining clarity on the type of love partner that you're wanting and that grounding. Look at that hematite. Grounding yourself, right? Because sometimes we can be up in the air, you know, just like we're thinking about this guy, now we're romancing about him, and it's like, yo, I don't even want you anymore. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Like, get out of my head, you know? But what are some of the things that you've learned in that relationship, the takeaways? What are some of the things that didn't work? What are your patterns? And knowing your patterns helps a lot, because then you're going to have clarity on what you desire and what you want, and now you can manifest it, right? And now when you know, being grounded and knowing that you know, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna ground myself, I have clarity on what I want, and now I'm gonna attract it, and I'm gonna put in these steps so I can let go of the old and come in with the new. But what did you learn in these past relationships?
Right.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Many blessings on the love department. But remember to love yourself even more and keep treating yourself that self-care, because when you love yourself and give yourself self-care, you are already letting the universe know how you want to be pampered and taken care of.
Yes.
Nobody should even be lower on how you take care of yourself. So if you notice that you are attracting people that ain't doing the things that you kind of need done, are you doing them for yourself?
Yes, that's what's so funny. Like, I'm like the queen of self-care, and it's like the men that are I don't want to say I'm attracting them, because I don't feel like I give that off, but it's like the men that
you're attracting them, boo. Sorry.
Like, I don't know, like, how does that work? Like, to say that I attract somebody that's not good, like, how does that?
Oh, well, it's not even, and it's not that we're attracting somebody that's not good. We're attracting a pattern. We're attracting a trait. We're attracting because we attract certain things. So that's why you need to learn from the relationships what you're attracting. Right. The pros and the cons. you're going to see a pattern, honey. And then you're going to gain clarity of like, oh, I'm attracting these mother fletchers right here. Let me uproot that. Let me pray. Let me clear and cleanse. And let me gain clarity on the things that I do want.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we attract these people in our lives. And they're there for a learning tool, a lesson, something to help us with, or what have you. Everybody's in our place for a reason.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
The exercise she mentioned about writing it, I did it for myself too, where, you know, I wrote down all the men that, you know, like relationships that I've had, more like, and you can do like maybe just like casual dating too, but I focused it on men like that I've had 4 relationships with. And I started seeing pattern from the signs I attract, honey, them water signs, Scorpios and Cancers, just to me. I'm like a Leo, Aquarius. So I'm basically just myself, because an Aquarius is just the polar opposite of Leo. And I noticed that they're in certain industries, fields. So I tend to attract people that are in, because I'm an entrepreneur. I've been only an entrepreneur my entire career. So I noticed that I attract guys who are in like finance, private equity, investment banking, so on. Because for them, what I've noticed and what I started hearing, what they really liked about me was like, they don't get to take the risk that I do in my business. And they tend to support in their work people like me, and they get to kind of live vicariously through me. But what were some of the things where I'm like, oh, what I didn't like about that exercise was like mind blowing, because I was like, oh shit. And then had to go back to the dad. Always goes back there. So
yes,
that was very interesting for me. So that's a really interesting exercise.
No, Alex, thank you again for being transparent and sharing that exercise that you did do, because it helped her out a lot. Like, she came downstairs running like, okay. And she just started like laying it down. And then when we started going deeper into her father, because at the end of the day, you guys, these are triggers. Everything that's happened to us in our adulthood, it's a trigger. It's something that happened in the past that created this. And that's why we feel this emotion right now. So when we notice that emotion that we're feeling, and we take time to slow our asses down and be like, wait, why do I feel like, why am I mad? Oh, I'm actually mad because of this. And when did this happen before? Oh, this happened when I was, and that's when I got really mad. And then, you know what I mean? Like, that's how you start really connecting the dots and going deeper into triggers. So it's good that she said that, because she definitely noticed her patterns, honey.
And honey, these men are showing up like on a platter. What you see? Because I'm like, you ain't gonna go below what I do for myself, honey.
Come on. They coming out the woodwork. They're gonna have to learn the day. Okay.
Can't be in my environment without that. So yes, that's an awesome exercise. Also, I feel like Leandra and Latasha, or actually, yeah, Leandra and Latasha need to connect, because Leandra said, I got self-care down pat, girl. You can learn from each other.
Yes.
So next person is Vanessa. Come on up, girl.
Hello. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Vanessa.
Hi.
Oh, we get to see your face now. We saw your little fingers.
I was like, I need to show up for this. So my question is about marriage. Now, my husband and I are really good at giving each other space. And now that we're together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with this, I'm in California, so we have a shelter in. How do I build intimacy with him and create a deeper connection in these times?
That's a great question.
Ooh, that's with her husband and building intimacy. Oh God. Ooh. All right, what popped up? Compassion. Having compassion with each other. You guys are going to now build on a level. How long have you guys been married?
2 years.
2 years. And this compassion, this is actually going to be a deeper level of understanding each other, opening up with each other, also grounding. So You guys should still have your moments of like giving each other space, maybe designated zones or what have you when you guys need to or what have you. But when you come together, I think it's a more different, like maybe intellectual intimacy that you guys can connect with on another level that brings more grounding into the relationship. And when you guys actually do that, the sex is going to be even more powerful, like, because now it's a next level of that emotional connection that you guys are connecting with now. So I think that's what's really going to bring that intimacy and heighten the relationship. So I don't know if it's through like, you know, some games or questions that you guys can ask, even old school truth or dare. You know, like, what are some cool things that you can do? And then also have compassion with sharing more stories, you know, about your childhood, what have you, because we could be so closed off sometimes, you know, and this can really bring that tighter bond of really knowing each other in this, and adding that grounding will help too. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, make some babies. Okay.
No,
There's gonna be a
no.
lot of babies coming out of this. Yes. Last but certainly not least, unless somebody else that hasn't put their hand up wants to go, is Miss Ginger. Step right up, girl.
Oh, Ginger. Hey, baby, baby. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for this time. So thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
I didn't know if I was going to ask a question or not, but there is a thought that keeps coming to my mind. I'm so thankful for this wake-up call that our country is having, because I think we are, you know, we're getting in tune with ourselves, and everybody is playing with their pets, and there's so many, everybody's exercising, there's so many wonderful things going on. And I'm such a people person. So the one hard thing that's going on for me is it's heightening my loneliness. You know, just at the end of the day, it's like everybody's quarantined, and I feed off of people and events and things going on, and I love to be quiet. I love to have that time to myself, but it's reminding me that that I'm not married yet. I have a great roommate and we have a lot of fun, but I think this time has just been hard because I do, you know, want to be married, or just want to, I want to be around people. And I know this is temporary. It's not our new way of life, but I have just seen myself in the evenings sometime spiral down, and I get sad. And I just don't like seeing that, because I like being an encourager to other people, and it's affecting me a little bit. So
okay. So is your question like, what are some things that you can do to help yourself from spiraling down and thinking about what you don't have?
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's reminding me of just, yeah, I'm alone, or, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Oh, I'm single as fuck too. I'm 37, so you know, I get it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Help with loneliness. Oh, okay. Ooh, dogging. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have Sunstone Empowerment, and we got the Lovers, honey.
No.
So, what's coming to me and seeing this is like, keep empowering yourself as you're empowering others, you know, but there's a soul connection, you know, and soul lovers. Like, this is actually allowing you to have that time to think about this in a more positive way, instead of what you don't have, what you have. Empowering yourself on, wait, I do want to love it. What type of lover do I want? How do I attract my soul connection, right? Because this is letting you know, hey, this is the time that you can actually do some work on yourself to now connect with your soulmate, because you're like, wait, I do want this. And now that I don't have like the social stuff that I go to that can sometimes be a distraction from how I really feel. Yes, I usually go out to meet people. This is where I could start dating, what have you. But now this is allowing you to do the internal work that's needed for you to attract that soulmate that you want. So empowering you to be like, okay, this is the type of relationship I desire. This is the type of relationship I want. And now that time that you're feeling sad about being alone, you can start thinking about what are some of the things that you want to do when you have him. Now you're playing Imagination Station, honey. You're like, oh, you're daydreaming. You know, now you're just like, oh, okay. So now when this is over and the world says, carry on, you're going with that attitude. And now you're going to be attracting something totally different because now you're ready. Yes. You could I would even have fun in like Imagination Station of like dates, like just certain things. Like sometimes, again, we have to let our inner child and have an imaginary friend. Put out there, have an imaginary man and putting it out there and having fun with it. I mean, I'm just saying, you can have fun. I mean, I was going to say it. I won't say it.
No, say it. Say what you're going to say. I want you to.
You can really even have some fun because this is the time, well, some of us that are alone, we got to masturbate. I'm sorry. It is real. That helps release stress. So you could totally start getting into yourself, even pleasuring yourself in bed on how you would like to be pleasured with your soulmate. So now you're putting it out there to the universe, to the Most High, and pleasing yourself. Now you're not so lonely because now you're manifesting that love, that partnership, and you're making room for it. So when you go out there, you have the room and the space, and you're like, yo, I'm coming out and I'm ready. My whole aura says, welcome.
I love that. So much. Oh, this has been amazing. Thank you so much, Nikki, for sharing your gifts with everyone. And just so you guys know, you will all be getting an expanded version, and so materials you can read up on. So the cards that Nikki has, we now have each person what cards came out, and then you'll get extra materials so you can read more on what that means. And then also we'll send along Nikki's information. I know someone had said that they want to do a one-on-one, and that's what she does do. So we'll send that out. And then a few different resources. I know some books and things came up. So we'll send that in the recap that we've been sending every night. But I just want to thank all of you for showing up, and thank you so much for being a part of Female Founder Support Week. This is literally, this was actually my creativity project where I'm like, things I've been putting on the back burner. I was just like, no, now's the time more than ever to show up and offer a space. And it doesn't matter if we're not getting anything from it. What I actually got from it is way better than anything monetary. It's that we have a collective that we can lean on and speak with and share in this experience. So thank you all for showing up. Nikki,
before you close out, I want to thank you, Alex. Like what you've created, and like I said, y'all, I was there when the egg and the sperm met, right? So just to see how this blossomed and grew, and just her gift right now that you've created, like you are such an amazing leader, and this is impacting so many of us, and including me into this, and being able to give, because this is something that I love to do too. Like, I thank you. I feel very honored to be a part of this, to be with you ladies, you goddesses here. It's just, you've just done an amazing job, and I want to make sure that you know that. And I know everybody knows, but we just have to give to you because you are just leading this charge and helping people with their sanity. And then also just giving for the times that, as us being entrepreneurs, what the hell do we do in these times? And you're providing resources. You're not freaking out. You're helping the people who are freaking out to ground themselves. So thank you again for doing this.
Thanks, Fran. I appreciate it. It just makes me happy that you guys are all here. And yeah, just to know that you're not alone in this. So
that's been special for me, and to see what you guys do next is going to be awesome. Nikki, what is the best way for these ladies to stay in touch with you right now? And then, mind you, we'll send extra information for how you can connect with her.
Yeah, you guys are actually gonna get a hell of a lot of info from me. I just realized my email goes like this. Alex was like resources, tools, how to connect, da 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 da, like everything. Instagram is good, Facebook is good too. Those are my main platforms. I am having a 21-day goddess time challenge. That's going to launch on April 1st. So you guys will be connected there if you guys want to be a part of that. And every day you're getting a reading from me. And then you guys are going to interpret it yourself. So my Instagram handle is ndesignsall. So that's N designs with an S at the end, ALL. You can connect with me there. And my Facebook is Nicole Harry. Harry.
Yes. Yes. Oh, this has been an amazing way to have a self-care Saturday. So I'm excited to see what you guys do next. Send us messages on how you're going to take care of yourself. And of course, you can always reach out to the Get Shit Done tribe if you guys need any support. Even that, if that's just event, it's not just about business. Because one of my superpowers is connecting. So I'm always thinking of, ooh, someone has this problem. Who else is dealing with this or has dealt with it? Da, 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 and connecting people. So feel free to reach out. You can do it at Tribe, but She Gets Shit Done, and it gets forwarded to me if it's specific to me, or you can reach me directly, Alex, at She Gets Shit Done. But I just want to thank all of you. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. We'll be following up and sending out, ways that we can provide extra support. We're going to send out a survey next week. Let us know. We're also going to be rolling out a Get Shit Done membership community here soon. So I want to learn more about how we can best support you. And our community is very traction focused too. All about how do you get traction in your business and getting you connected with the right people and being on that journey with the right people to help you get there. So thank you all for showing up. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.